Right, so here we're back. Last time we had the video, the baby wasn't here yet. Right now the baby's about 3 weeks old. She was born on October 17th.
At 10:27 a.m.
And here is mommy. Mommy's also recovering.
Very well.
How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Very well.
Yeah, we went to the hospital about close to midnight. You started to feel the contractions.
Yeah, we went like at 1, I believe.
Yeah, so at 1 o'clock we were already in the hospital. She only had 3 centimeters of dilation.
And then the nurse broke the water, and then it came back after that, and then it was already 7 centimeters dilated.
And then we went back to the hospital after
Half an hour.
after half an hour after we got home. And then she went from 3 to 7 centimeters, and then they admitted us. So we got there like at 3 something in the morning,
Yeah,
right?
something.
And at what time did you start the birth? Like the
8:30.
pushing? Like at 8, after 8?
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
It said 2 hours.
Yeah. So from 8:30 to 10:30 almost, she was pushing, and baby came at like 10:27, almost 10:30. The baby was about 3.3 kilos, which is
7 pounds. 7 pounds, 7 ounces.
7 pounds 7 ounces, 52 centimeters. Very healthy. We stayed in the hospital for about
1 day.
1
24
day.
hours?
Yeah, a little bit more than 24 hours, right?
Mhm.
Because we left after lunch.
Yeah.
The baby was good.
Was good.
Mommy was good. She was recovering like way better than we thought. You didn't have like any sort of complications.
Nope. And labor went really well too.
Labor was like really, really good. Like even the doctors, they were impressed with her. So talking about feeding the baby, we had a few bumps on the way. So we started just breastfeeding, right?
Yeah, you have to start breastfeeding.
Yeah.
But my milk supply didn't come in yet, so I had to get some. Like in the beginning, it didn't come in, so the doctor prescribed me some Medicaid, like supplements, and then now the milk supply is good.
Yeah. So she had to take a few supplements, and it started to increase. It takes a while to increase the milk supply. So meanwhile, what we did, we went with formula, and after a few days, we noticed the baby she had lots of gas and she had some colic. So what we did, we had to change the formula. So we changed. We're on the 3rd one right now, right? So we started like how many days ago? Like 3, 4 days ago.
4 days ago.
Yeah. So she's getting used to that. I think her colics are getting better, but she still has some. She has a really hard time at night. Usually at night she has most of the problems.
We give her some medication as well. Like
Yeah.
drops.
So what is she taking for colic?
Gripe water and what is it? The drops. I don't know.
Like a probiotic kind of
probiotic
thing.
drops.
So the doctor prescribed the probiotic to take once a day to develop her digestive system, and we have the gripe water that we just found like in the pharmacy. I talked to a few people in there.
We just use at nighttime, like when she gets so she can sleep better at night.
Yeah, only when it's really bad.
Yeah.
If she has like a really bad colic, then we give that so she can get some sleep, and we can also get some sleep. Okay, so what happens after you have the baby? Then we came back home after 1 day in the hospital. In the hospital, we learned how to change a diaper,
How to swaddle the baby.
how to shower,
How to breastfeed.
how to breastfeed. They had to teach everything. We were first-time parents.
Yeah.
And then we came back home.
It's family over.
Yeah, we had some family over. Her family came by. They were the only ones that have met Katie
Because of
so
the
far.
pandemic and everything.
Yeah, and then what happens? We get home. We're completely lost. We're trying to get a routine. We're trying to get some sleep. There's so many new things we have no idea how to do. So we spent lots of time on YouTube, on videos, trying to learn everything.
And she was very fussy on that on the first day the first night we came home.
Yeah.
Because the milk supply didn't come in yet, and we didn't have formula, so we were so afraid.
And we had no idea what was happening. We were like, yeah, maybe she's hungry, maybe she has some pain, maybe she, it could be anything, and we're just lost, right?
We didn't get much sleep that night.
Yeah, since then. So every night is a little bit different. Some nights we get a better sleep, some other nights, we don't sleep too much.
She usually sleeps like 3 hours, and then we wake her up, or she wakes up, or we wake her up to change diaper and feed her, and then she goes back to sleep for another 3 hours, and then the same thing.
Yeah. So we're just trying to kind of get a routine. But yeah, she's been pretty much like every 2.5, every 3 hours, sometimes even a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, 4 hours usually.
Sometimes she takes 4 hours even.
Which is nice for mom to do.
Yeah, which is when we have the time to do something. Yeah. So things we do when she's really fussy, when she can't stop crying, when whenever she's having a really hard time and we have no idea what to do, when she's not sleeping and she's not hungry, then we have a few options. So we have 3 things that we usually do and kind of helps her. Like just now she was really fussy, and I think she was starting to get hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if she was hungry. I don't think it was, but...
Because she just ate, so...
Yeah. So one of the things is this backpack. She really relaxes when she's in there. She's sleeping right now. She was about to cry. She was really mad. And I put her in the backpack. I walked for a little bit. She doesn't mind the noise or anything.
Mm-mm.
And she just fell asleep. We thought she was hungry. We were getting ready to feed her, but it was just like maybe she was tired or she wanted skin-to-skin contact. And now she's here. Sleeping very quietly. So this is one of the things we actually started yesterday to use this backpack, and I think is a must-have for us. I'm not sure if it works for all the babies, but for us, it's really handy. we really
have our Christmas tree up.
Yeah, we started the Christmas decoration
In November.
Well, when you have a baby, you don't have lots of time, so we decided to start early. We didn't put the ornaments yet, but we're going to do slowly and whenever we have the time, because it's something
The second thing that calms her down is the Mamaroo.
Yep. Yeah, so that's the second thing we started using last week, right?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So that's the Mamaroo. Let me just show a little bit better here. Yep, so that's the model. I don't have any other numbers or anything, but it says 4 moms, and I think it's called Mamaroo.
Yeah, Mamaroo.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to assemble. We did like in 5 minutes we got everything ready.
Want me to show them?
Yeah. So once you start, you have 6 types of movements, and then you have some different levels. I think you have like 5 different levels for each movement.
They have sounds too.
Then you have the white noise that can help the baby to relax, so you can control the volume and the speed, and you can also put a Bluetooth. There is a cable in there. So you can put like lullabies or whatever you want for the baby to relax. Yeah, if these 3 options they don't work, then what's the third option we do?
We go for a car ride. She gets really comfortable and falls asleep in the car.
Yeah, in the car, I don't know if it's the movement, if it's the sound, if it's, like the change of scenery, the fresh air, whatever it is, it really works for her. So when nothing else works, we just take the car, put the baby in, we drive, we go to a drive-through, get a coffee, get some food, whatever we have to do. And most of the time she falls asleep.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah, so by the time we come back home, she's already sleeping, and we have our food, and it also helps us because we don't go out of the house yet.
Nope.
Because it's raining so much lately, and then it's cold, and she's only 3 weeks old.
And there's a pandemic, so...
And there is a pandemic, so we cannot go to lots of places. Mm-hmm. So that's the type of life we have right now. And yeah, we're gonna have some updates as it comes. We're still trying to learn lots of things, and we're still trying to you know, kind of like navigate, because it's she's a pretty easygoing baby, but we've been having a few things that we don't have the answers, and it takes us a
Everyone
long.
has that though.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of goes through that, but we're trying to find out and to learn a little bit more, and hopefully the next 3 weeks are going to be more smooth.
Yes.
And it's going to be a little bit easier. Now I'm going back to work, so Lex is going to be with her most of the time, so we're hoping.
And Thursday you're going to the island. So
Yeah, and then I kind of go away for a few days for work. But thank God she has her parents close to here, so she can kind of spend time with them and, you know, kind of like have a back support in case she needs something, so she doesn't have to stay by herself, which kind of gets us more relieved, right? Because at least she's not by herself in case something happens. All right, so we're gonna have another video in the next few weeks, whenever we have the time, whenever we have something to talk about.